Hey, ladies. Happy Monday. Welcome in, child. Welcome in, honey. Let me get live on Instagram and let me get live on Facebook right quick. And let's get into it, girl. Let's get into it. I got to get into this, child. So I want to get into this topic today. I just posted that we are doing a community mastermind that is going to be next Thursday because girl, we got to talk about what it means and really what it feels like to be an online coach, to be a leader. And because a lot of us started our business like on social media, you know what I'm talking about? Like we started our business on social media and a lot of us are really getting burnt out on the one-on-one model, which I ain't mad at a one-on-one, baby. I ain't mad at a one-on-one because they're gonna open their wallet for a one-on-one. But we got to talk about the reality of stepping into the space where you start doing groups. A lot of us go to a free Facebook group. I ain't mad at a free Facebook group, but I got to talk about why they suck. Okay. And we got to talk about it's Memorial Day. So happy Monday, friend. And then we're gonna get into y'all already know how we do every Monday on the show. What is it that you're gonna conquer this week? Now I know it's Memorial Day. Okay. I ain't mad. I'm already ready to be turned today. Okay. But I had to get into my office this morning and get into it. So happy Monday. Chelsea says, hey Deb, hey girl. Happy Monday, friend. Shout out to my girls watching on TikTok. We live on Instagram and Facebook. Happy Memorial Day, friend. But friend is in her office working today. And just like many of you, I've been online for some time, child, and I switched. I can't say last year, but year before last, I switched to a model that was more group focused. I have gotten my trophy for one-on-ones and I will continue to always do them. But I want to talk about what it means to kind of turn the corner and having a more group focused model. You know what I'm saying? You can coach 3, 4 at one. Okay, like coming to Bible study instead of coming to my office one by one. Y'all gonna come in here now. Because you know, when you're a coach or when you're a leader or when you're a speaker, a lot of your clients be having the same problems. I ain't gonna lie. You know, your customers and clients, they'll think their business and situation is just so unique. I'd be like, child, what Sunshine say? Heard it all. Baby, I do this. Okay. So then you start thinking about, well, I'm not only my customers are not only having the same problems, but a couple of things, right? I want to connect them with each other. You do her, she do her, y'all stay in the same city, y'all need to be connected, and then the bigger thing is when you be coaching all them folks one-on-one and we can just keep it 100, your mental health gets to struggling, okay? Because I don't know about y'all. Even though I coach on business, child, I end up hearing about the kids. I end up hearing about how you going through it. And I'm not mad at it, right? Because that's why I'm here. This is my ministry. This is my gift. I'm here to coach. But girl, if I can do 20 y'all at one time, I can keep a little sanity for my life, okay? Ah, I'm feeling so good this morning. Okay, so happy Monday. Let's get into it. Coaches, leaders, speakers. Let me ask you if you're watching this. Um, hey JB, I got your call for this week too. I can't wait to talk to you, girl. So let me ask you, and this is really gonna be for the service-based ladies. Okay, like if you sell bundles and boutiques and two pieces and stuff, I don't know, friend, but you can tune in because maybe it'll help you. Okay, but my service-based ladies, for those of you that provide a service, you're a coach, leader, speaker, blah 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 blah, Arthur, whatever. Do you have some type of space where your customers gather? Let me ask you that. Do you have a space where your customers are gathered together? Do you have a space for your customers together? Sorry, I was telling me it wasn't streaming on Facebook, child. Oh man, listen, I'm so happy it's Memorial Day. Ain't really nothing that can bring me down today. Okay. Okay, for your service-based business, do you have a space where your customers can gather? Okay. And here's the thing that I tell people when I say the word community. The biggest thing that people think, or the biggest reason why even I wanted a community, is because I'm thinking to myself, like I just told you, instead of coaching 1-to-1, I want to coach 1-to-20, 1-to-40, 1 to 50, 1 to 550, right? That's what I'm thinking. And so we think, okay, well, I need to do a group coaching model. I need to do a community based model. And y'all know, I always say my biggest mistake that I had to learn about building community was that it is not the same as group coaching. It's not the same as group coaching. Okay. Which is so counterintuitive. If you are a coach and you want to gather all of your people at one time, you think, well, this means group coaching. So yes and no. So I have a framework that I'm going to teach on that. And we were talking about this on the live show the other day. That video is actually getting, I guess people are tuning in. This idea of the classroom, right? We think that if I'm going to get a community or group coach, that means I'm going to get some type of classroom. I'm the teacher. All 30 of y'all sit down. I coach y'all. Y'all go on. But what we find is people don't join communities and group only for classroom models. They also need the cookout effect, what we call, right? So the idea of coming to the cookout, you get to hang out, you get to sit there and talk to such and such, her baby daddy funny. Y'all get up together, go make a drink together. Like there's this true connection effect, right? So even when we do the mastermind next week, I'm going to talk about the method and how you marry those two, which is what I did. Okay. So, coaches, leaders, speakers, service based business owners, for those of you that are virtual assistants, for those of you that are makeup artists, for those of you that are business coaches, marketing coaches, obviously, do you have space where your customers can gather together to discuss your topic, to learn about your topic, to talk about your topic? And y'all know another reason why I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna get into it. It's gonna be jumping all over the place. Okay, so happy Monday. Let's get into it. Boss move or hot mess. Okay, let's get into it. Boss move or hot mess. Spending time on a free Facebook community as a coach. Is it a boss move or is it a hot mess? I want to know what you think because I want to get into this. What do you think? If you're a coach, you're a leader, you're a speaker, you're like, hey, I be impacting the people. Baby, y'all ain't got nothing on me. Is it a boss move or is it a hot mess for you to be spending time creating, engaging, or doing, challenges and stuff inside a free Facebook community? What do you think, girl? Let me know. And I'm going to tell y'all what I think. Now, I've had a free Facebook group for a couple of years. Yeah, I want to know what y'all think. Let me make sure. Hold on. Okay. I want to know what y'all think. Is it a boss move or is it a hot mess? Spending time on a free Facebook group. Have you tried it before? Because some people have really tried to do they're like, Deb, I tried the whole community angle, so I really ain't trying to hear nothing you're talking about. I did the free Facebook group. The engagement was whack. The engagement in mine is whack. But I have the most loyal paid community. And I can always pull people from that free Facebook group. Okay. So you tell me, what do you think? I think it is 100% a boss move. And I'm going to tell you why. And I also think that these free Facebook groups sucks. And I'm going to tell you why. I think that I say this over and over. I think that having community, having people who rally behind you, having people who speak for you, that is going to be one of the biggest assets in the marketplace. It already is. It already is. It already is. And I feel like there is a misconception with leaders that just because we feel like we're good at what we do, we don't need to prove that we're worth following and building a community. But here's the thing. Here's where I think it can benefit, and here's how I think you can use your community, okay? I feel like if I'm a speaker and I want to speak at a big conference, they want to know, can you bring the people out? When they put Ann Smith on the flyer, what does that mean? Ann Smith can be the best at what she does. right? So I'm thinking, how do I build a group of people who believe in what my brand believes in? They talk to each other, they buy my services, they buy my product, and even when I go speak, I know they finna come pull up. Massive benefit, massive benefit, massive benefit. But let me tell you about it though. Building the community is a long game. And I feel like the free groups create a false sense of reality. Because there'll be a business owner who will have a free Facebook group. Bomb is I don't know what they do. But because the engagement on it is so slow, the engagement on it is so slow, they will assume that nobody could possibly be interested. So even when I have my free Facebook group, I'm thinking, okay, well, if the overall engagement is low, obviously a content problem, right? But I don't want to tell myself that that means that none of these people here are interested. This is when we do activation events. This is when we start reaching out to people one on one. You know, as a business owner, especially when we're thinking about building a personal brand, it's definitely as cool, exciting, and all of that as it looks. But I think that it's also so much more vulnerable than people care to admit. And it's such a scarier thing that people care to admit. For real. Sharnice says, hey y'all, this is some good info there. Thank you, girl. What's up, friend? Happy Monday. Good. I'm trying to do this show before I go to Walmart and put a little meat on the grill for real. And it's so rainy here in Dallas, but child, yeah. You know that it is a very vulnerable experience, especially when you're talking about being an online coach. You be like what? You know what I'm saying? Because we millennials, this one a thing when we was you coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like my family probably can't even tell you what I do for a living. They be like, "Child, she be on the internet." I know that. It's and so it's a very vulnerable experience. And I'm not an introvert. I'm not shy. Like I don't have a problem being on the mic talking. Like I don't have a problem with none of that stuff. And it still is the most vulnerable experience to say, hey, you, come follow me. Your self-esteem has got to be in a different place. Your routine has got to be in a different place. And when we talk about having people that truly, like, if we want to lead and really building space for people to follow us, we got to go out front. And a lot of people, I don't know if you were like me. I didn't realize how much I had to dedicate my life to it because of the way that I want to do it. So I don't know. It may be different for you, okay? But for me, this is my thing, right? Like there is no, well, if this don't work out, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna start doing nails or like that's not my life. Okay? That's not my life. And I had to, even when I was thinking about my coaching, right? So a lot of us do one-on-one, do one-on-ones very well. I've had people literally, I've seen my clients do so much stuff one-on-one, but it will wreck your mental health. It's gonna burn you out. Obviously, you can't grow beyond that. And you think about the idea of creating some type of group. So the first thing that I had to conquer and overcome was that if I'm selling community to my audience, this idea of come learn with us, blah, 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 I did it where it was just information overload. I had so much stuff to teach, and they was like, yeah, I'm just gonna bounce up out of here, girl, because I know I was enrolling in Howard University and majoring in Conquer, and you got 16,000 courses for me to take. Sharnice said, this gotta work. I've invested too much, girl. Oh, tell me about it. I invested my skin right here, good, and got it tattooed. I feel you. It is a lot. But here's the thing. It is so worth it. So worth it. So worth it. I feel like I want to teach a little bit. I want to teach a little bit. So community, community, community. If you're saying, okay, I've had my free Facebook group. It was a flop. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, y'all. I don't see it as a failure if you have a free space and the engagement isn't there and maybe your consistency isn't there. I just think that we need to do something about it. Especially if the goal is for us to be speakers, host events, do group coaching. We've got to make sure that they already feel like we're their coach or leader or something beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Because I know even me when I get my clients and stuff, they be like, "Girl, you was my coach online before I ever paid you $1." I was like, "For real?" Yes, exactly. So I was like, "Oh, okay, girl, I need to use that as a strategy." Okay, now that you to put me on, what's going on? Okay, I wrote down some notes. Okay, yeah, I knew I wrote down some stuff. Okay, so let's talk about it. I ain't writing down no notes on this, but let's get into it. The free Facebook groups. I do think they create a false sense of reality. I'm not gonna lie. Because when our engagement is low, we think that means nobody's interested. So there are really easy things that we can do about that. Y'all know the very first thing that we can do is we can reach out individually. Okay. If you're scared, go to church. Okay. If they joined your group, that is an easy way that they've just kind of raised their hand and say, "Hey, I like this. I'm interested in this." Especially when you ain't got no customers or no clients, even if your engagement is low. Okay. Second thing, y'all know I've done this and I talked about this before when we do have our free Facebook groups. Um, the idea of making them private. Now, this is just something that I've done and I've tried, right? So when you have your free Facebook group and people are joining your group, the way y'all know my number one thing with social media is getting them off social media as fast as possible. So when they join the Facebook group, how you can ask them like those little membership questions, make sure that one of those questions is like, what's your email address? And that way you automatically get them off the internet. So that way, when you're inside your Facebook group, you can be firing them emails too. That way, they start seeing you from two different angles. Okay, so that'll be one thing. One of those questions is what's your email address. Another one of those questions could be if they're interested in some type of consultation or freebie or workbook or workshop or whatever you've got coming up. So as people join your Facebook group and they answer those questions, they may say, "Here's my email address, and yes, I actually am interested in a consultation." What could have been somebody that was going to come in your group and be quiet is actually a potential lead for you. Okay. So those are even some things that you can do inside a free Facebook group where you may not be able to see an engagement, but there are some other things that you can do to pull the people out that are really good fits for your offer. Okay. So if your Facebook group is low, it's all good because it does suck. It does mess with your mind and make you think that people aren't interested. So first thing is making sure that we're reaching out to people and asking them questions, seeing what's going on, seeing if they need to consult, see if they need to call. And the second thing is making sure that we have those barrier of questions when you come in. What's your email address? Do you want to book a consultation? Are you interested in this freebie? Are you interested in this workshop? Okay. And when they click yes, they start entering their email. You leverage that to sell to them in other ways. Hey, such and such. Thank you so much for joining the group. Here's a freebie. Would love to talk. Would love to set up a call to know what's going on with you. Okay, you can use that. So just a little 1 2, a little 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. Okay, so that's why I think that the free groups create a false sense of reality. Okay, because they will be low and we'll think that that means don't nobody like us. Or sometimes the engagement is high, but we don't know how to convert them into sales because it's too much of that quote unquote cookout vibe that I was talking about earlier, where it's so fun. And then, of course, ultimately, the goal is for us to have a really good mixture of both. So I think that your free group can 1000% be a gold mine if you start touching them individually, child. So happy Monday, y'all. I know it's Memorial Day. Okay. I know it's Memorial Day. Hey to y'all that are watching on TikTok. Are y'all working today? Are y'all working inside your business today? I got up, came in here, did a little work, and said that I was going to I don't know, I don't want to have um a long work day, but I might have to, child. I just might have to. So I don't know. But okay, that's it. Coaches, leaders, speakers. This one is for you. Your community is a gym, and there are so many ladies who follow you, who watch you, who probably really secretly love your content, or they may love your content out loud. They would probably love to be closer to you. So we want to give them space to do that. Okay. Really good. First show of the week for us to get ready for the mastermind next Thursday. So next Thursday, we're going to be doing a private mastermind on building community. So if you're a coach, you're a speaker, or a leader, you have that free Facebook group, you want to pay monthly membership, kind of like what I have or some other ladies have. There's going to be a good time for us to get together. We're going to do it next Thursday on Zoom, and we're going to talk. I want to share my experience with building the Conquer Club. It's literally changed my business. The one-on-ones are optional, but the main focus is a group focus model. So I want to share, I want to hear about your goals, your group. And if you get a VIP ticket to the mastermind next Thursday, we'll actually start to build your group. But it's gonna be a good time, child. It's gonna be a good time next Thursday. So hey to y'all that are popping in. Y'all, I was about to cut the show short because it's Memorial Day. Okay. Um, I need to go get some meat to put on the grill. I got a couple of things I need to do. I need to email these two team members that I have so that we have a strong week. And then I'm gonna be traveling later this week, child. Then I got an event next week. But cheers to y'all. Happy Monday. What are you going to conquer this week in your business? What do you have planned this week? And y'all know when I say what do you have planned, yes, plan your content, blah 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 blah. But also, and if y'all want to go deep dive into content, I may have to again. But I just tell people just whatever you can do. But more importantly, what are we doing to reach out to people, to follow up, to get ourselves out there, to really just get in front of people that can really help us make our business grow. Those are some of the things that we don't want to sit and wait for, right? We want to make sure that we're being proactive. So one of those things, excuse me, that we can do to really just like get our business to the next level is building community, which is what we're going to be teaching about here on the show all this week and all next week too. And then we're going to be having a mastermind. So I would love for you to come next Thursday. It's going to be super dope. All of us are going to be coaches, speakers, and leaders, and we're going to get on Zoom and we're going to talk about it. How do you kind of make that switch from one to being group focused? I did it in my business the year before last. It's been a game changer for my mental health. So I want to talk about it. And again, if you do VIP access, you'll actually get a chance to work with me to help build your community along with the other ladies inside the mastermind. So I'll drop the link for that. Um, and that's it, child. It's Memorial Day. I'm finna go get me a few little ribs, a few little beans, a few little coleslaw. Okay, turn on a little music that's too loud, but oh well. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So y'all already know the vibes. We'll be back for the show tomorrow. Shout out to all the ladies that are going to register for the mastermind. Register for the mastermind next Thursday. Coach, leader, speaker, you have a free group and it sucks. You want a group focused model. You want to explore what that could look like for you. Let's do it. Come to the mastermind next Thursday, girl. It's 100% free. I just wanted to make sure that I had a wall up so that it's only coaches, only the business coaches, only the marketing coaches, only the speakers. You've already been doing one-on-ones. Okay. This is not for brand new. I only got an ebook and I've never done a one-on-one. It's only for the ladies who truly spend time working with people one-on-one. And you are like, baby, my mental health hanging on. Like the old drawers I got that I don't throw away. Okay. And I need to learn how to do group. I've tried it. It sucked for me. I have a free Facebook group. It sucks for me. I want to share more about how I changed my business model. I want to give you a chance to share. Let's talk about what that could look like for you. And again, the VIP registration includes us walking through my framework together, which is marrying the idea of the classroom and the cookout. Sometimes I lean too much toward the classroom, then I lean too much towards a cookout vibe. So I married the two, turned it into a paid membership, and it's truly been a game changer for me. But okay, we'll be back on the show tomorrow. I love y'all. Y'all already know the vibes. When you wake up tomorrow, make sure you conquer something, girl. And I'll see you on the show.